Alright, Esper Party Bus. This is pretty close to what we've been playing the last couple of times. Deck's a lot of fun. It's got infinite combo with Lumbering Battlement and some Hostage Takers, or just a bunch of battlements to generate a bunch of enter the battlefield effects from things like Elite Guardmage and Bell-Haunt and Fblthp. Sounds good, Danon. One thing that I've changed in the sideboard is someone had this idea on, I think it was a YouTube comment, or maybe at the end of the last time we were streaming this, to put a couple of Command the Dreadhorde in the sideboard. This card seems sweet against both Control and other Command the Dreadhorde decks, so seems very reasonable. One of the issues this deck can have against Control is you just don't have enough, threats. They, like, kill through your threats. This is a good way to bring them all back. In fact, this thing can put our entire combo back into play from our graveyard, and because we have a lot of things like Guardmage and Bell-Haunt and Vampire Sovereign, we often have extra health lying around to leverage something like this. So let's dive on into some matches here, shall we? Hey, Fantasy's End. Returned from my honeymoon in Florida. I'm here to resub. I hope you are well rested. Welcome back. Welcome back to the world. Super! Coming in hot for the 10th month of that big tier 3 sub. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Yeah, today and tomorrow are gonna be all Arena. And then Friday will be all Magic Online. We'll turn to Land War Elves right on time. Glacial's coming into play tapped right now, but that's not too big of a deal. I'll be able to play... Ooh, second Thought Erasure is good for taking the Crazy. So I was going to say, we have to take Tamiyo with the discard spell, because otherwise she picks back up whatever you discarded. So we'll go tap, land, Erasure, take your Crisis, and then Elite Guard. The fact that this is a 2-1 is actually pretty good for us here, because it means the Elite Guardmage is going to be able to just stonewall them on the ground. I'm gonna bin that. I've got like 2 redraws here, so I think I could be a little bit greedy and ditch the land. I only need like 5 lands overall game 1. Yeah, why not? It's the best card in your deck off the top. Wouldn't be a game of Magic the Gathering without that happening, huh? That's just how this works. Alright, so Time Raveler kills one of their 3/3s effectively because it bounces it back to their hand. Kinda wishing I kept the other land so that way I could play the Vampire Sovereign next turn to pressure the Nissa. 3/4 also blocks the 3/3s profitably. So no blocks here, go to 11. My Kingdom for a Ritual is something I'm not actually playing, right? So we play this. I think I have to leave this back, right? Because otherwise they're gonna fart this at end of turn, which means they're gonna attack for 12. I block 1, so I need to be able to block these 2. So I need to just pass back here. Next turn, I'm hoping to draw a land, so I can go Teferi, Time Raveler, bounce one of their 3/3s, and then Mortify the Incubation Druid. Nice, Danon. It's always nice when they give you the first spell to go off of, right? Morning party. The bus is here bright and early, first thing.
The land shall conquer you.
We're probably dead regardless, actually, right? Like, even if I... not... If I find a land that comes into play untapped and doesn't hurt me...
I'll show restraint. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Yeah, so, like, if this didn't hurt me, I could kill this, block, and then take 1, and then maybe get another untap. but unfortunately a little bit too slow there. Yeah. Nissa off the top was a little bit too much. This is probably a cast down matchup. They don't really have anything. They don't really have any legendaries, and they probably don't have any enchantments, right? Mortify seems a little bit mediocre. This seems fine. Maybe Despark. So, is Despark good enough? They have Nissa, obviously, but if they have anything else that sits, I guess it takes Tamiyo, too. But it doesn't actually kill any of their threats, right? I think their creatures are what I care about more than anything. I guess I only cared about their creatures because Nissa was sitting there pumping them up, and they probably have 4 Nissa in their deck. Yeah, Despark's probably better than Thief. Seems like not amazing, but fine. As long as they don't have a land war, elves will be in a pretty good spot. We'll be able to bounce their 2-drop. Paradise Shirt also a smidge annoying, but not too bad. I might consider mulliganing this. Yikes. I might consider mulliganing this on the draw. On the play, I think it's more than reasonable, though. Thorn Lieutenant probably means I want to cut Teferi next game. Card's pretty annoying. Probably play... Actually, I guess I'll probably just Hostage Taker this turn. It blocks this just fine. I'm just going to go ahead and Hostage Taker this Incubation Druid. They're pretty unlikely to be able to kill this.
I will protect the virtue of this world. Harness the elements.
So we got a lot of mana here. They've got, what, 6, 8, 9, 10?
Behold, nature's true power.
Yeah, I don't know that we're going to be able to live long enough against this Nissa to Creases happening as a big boy. So, do I play this, or do I just, like, play the bus and slide these under it? Got 5, 6, 7... If I just do this, I can block here. I guess this has to chump block. Kind of feeling like I'm dead. I think the out here. I'm gonna put this under the bus. So I want an extra chump blocker. I think the out here is we draw another Hostage Taker next turn. And then we go Elite Guardmage, Hostage Taker this, and then we can combo with the Elite Guardmage, gaining a bunch of life and drawing most of our deck. They full attack next turn after Discipline Plus, it's lethal. That's not true, right? I go chump block, block a 3, take 7, 15. That wasn't quite true. There's a tip in there for Barely Grixis. Thank you, Hunter Berman. I appreciate the support.
Seek and find.
Good morning. Mass manipulation. Yikes. Oh no.
I have just the trick for this.
Well.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Well, that wasn't pretty. The, I guess if you told me that was the result we were going to have against that deck, I wouldn't be too surprised. The blue-green based Thieves deck seemed to go way over the top of any other mid-range decks in this format. Like I said, the Dreadhorde and Mass Manipulation decks kind of seem like they edge any other possible mid-range deck out. You either have to go way over the top of them with a control deck or a combo deck, or you have to get under them with an aggressive deck. Alright, I need to restart the client here. This random audio scratchy noise is real annoying. Hopefully they get that fixed. And it's different than the audio bug that happens after 3 hours. But I guess at the same time, the audio bug every 3 hours happens less frequently if we have to randomly restart. God bless solid state drives. Turn 1 Grim Innate. Alright, you have my attention. Something aristocrat-y, maybe? Yeah, we're definitely not super happy to see an R set. Yikes. Well, my arena doesn't see my Discord the way my computer is configured, so that's probably not it. Last 2 cards played 0 reinforcements, right? Woof. Well, taking 7. I guess we're playing this and praying they don't have a removal spell, huh? Opponent's got a sweet Jund aggro deck. You know, it's funny, I was actually thinking about this the other night, because this card is, like, really good. And I also really like Dreadhorde Butcher. I'm dead, right? Does this? Even if I could block everything, this deals 1 to me. Yeah, I wonder if they're like Groll splash Judith, or if they're like Black Red Aristocrat splash Spellbreaker. What's the splash color is my question. Seems neat though. Alright. The deck has a lot of good ones in it, so Kaya seems great. Their one's also Yeah, Colossus is interesting. We're going to play... So the 3 decks I'm considering for my tournament next weekend are the Naya Feather deck, Green-Red Sarkhan, and Black-Red Aristocrats. And two of those are Spellbreaker decks. Haste creatures are real good. Haste hexproof on your turn is pretty reasonable in any format. Full Planeswalkers. Spellbreaker's like a reasonable brick wall against the red aggro decks too, which is nice. No, we're gonna try a couple of different things. Mostly minimal changes, but... Moment of Craving is so good against Dreadhorde Butcher, it's like, and you do nothing. Cast Spellbreaker, Ruse, take the Fiend. They had 4 creatures, right? So I would have only had 2 blockers in that instance, so I still would have died. Grim Innate's a warrior. Huh, that's a good catch, dude. The problem with that is, like, Judith isn't a warrior, so she's hard to splash. The Mythic ranking email said the MCQ will consist of players from 3 seasons. I actually didn't read it that closely. Good job pointing that out. Hey, that means I get to meme for the next 2 seasons. That's exciting. I get to meme for the next 2 seasons. So if I block both of these, they get to kill my Hostage Taker with the trigger. So I think I only want to block 1. I got my email last night. You should also have a thing in the client, though. It's like in my... I can show you the in-client thing after the match. If you click on your profile page, it should show you an MCQ qualifier. Domri. So yeah, they must be a Warriors deck, huh? With the Domri sitting in hand. Or with the Whirler sitting in hand. Domri and Judith as, like, 2 different ways. God, their deck sounds really sweet. I don't know about the whole Chain Whirler thing, but, like, having 2 different 3 power, 3 mana, give all your things extra attack seems, like, super reasonable. I think I leave them the Domri because I think I can pressure it with my own creatures. Fblthp only choke when you get started of a spell, not an ability. Domri fight with Dreadhorde Butcher is also kind of sweet. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to take the Domri because it fights my things. I don't know. Like, this still seems okay for here. Like, I've got double removal. I've got this to attack down this.
I'm not finished with you.
We're a little bit behind at the moment. I get to kill both of their things, but they'll get to draw a card. I don't care about my username. Thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate you keeping me around. It's a knight, not a warrior. I was like, is that one a knight? Yeah, I think I'm happy with how I sideboarded. Mostly predicted what the opponent was doing. So, like, the spells in this hand are good. The problem is it basically goes third. Because we're, like, playing Esper Gates. Yeah, if you have enough black sources, Domri ramps you into Bantu as well, which is interesting. He's also like removal that's also an anthem, which is neat. Like not having to play dedicated removal, but still getting that style of effect. All right, let's draw a shock land. No one drop from them is really good for us. Alright, if we don't hit a shock land, we're dead. Yikes. So, Moment of Craving's not going to be able to kill this, which probably means it runs away with the game. Oh, you're a day late. That was a bad keep, chat. It was a bad keep. Thanks for the tip, Jonathan. Ooh, best draw on the deck? Best draw on the deck? Anyone? There are a lot of ways this ends poorly for us. I'm confused by that line. Not quite sure what that attack is doing. Alright, so this has to give them the Spellbreaker back. Or the Dreadhorde Butcher back. Hoping to draw a land that doesn't hurt me here, so that way I can play Fblthp. Huh, do I just do this now? Now I just do this, right? We might actually be en route to stabilization with that draw. If this is a blank, we get to start gaining a bunch of life here. If it's a lava coil, we're very dead. Collision Colossus, Haste Creature, lots of Domri, Judith. Whoa, they bricked. And game. And game. Yeah. Woo. Woo-hoo. I would like the record to reflect that even though that worked out, I'm pretty confident that keep was bad. The timely hostage taker off the top was reasonable. We drifted to it, yep, just woo. Slide around the corner. London mulligans falling down, falling down, falling down. London mulligans falling down. July 2nd, Watsy. Bum bum ba-da-dum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum. Bum bum ba-da-dum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Pretty good one to have on top. When you set your shuffler to dramatic top deck mode, that's what you get. What's going on, Engineer? Thanks for the tier 2 resub. I really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome back.
Sorry I'm late. I've got time.
Huh. So, if the next qualifier weekend encompasses 3 months worth of people in the top 1,000, it's going to be a lot harder to qualify for that Mythic Championship, huh? Because there's going to be like a giant chunk of extra people.
That's more like it.
Think I just want to kill this. 50% more difficult is probably not quite accurate, because I would assume there's overlap month to month in the top 1,000, but probably like the 25 to 40% range is probably accurate. Oh, I forgot to change Directos. Yeah, we're like halfway done at this point. I'm just gonna leave my favorite. Sorry, Rakdos. The Eternal is my favorite. Yeah, exactly, dude. Light. I don't think you're alone in that either. There's a lot of people who play a lot of Magic and are good at Magic, but just have no interest in playing in qualifier tournaments. Teferi's got another bounce. Anytime Time Raveler draws 2 cards, I always just kind of feel like I've cheated. Just like this card does so much, it should not draw a second card. It's like, this is just not reasonable or fair.
Mind and body should move in unison, like wind and wave. I have just the trick for this.
I think I'm probably gonna get a little greedy and plus this again. Just try and get my
You are a mighty warrior.
try and get even more than 2 cards out of it if they don't have anything. I guess I could also, so next turn I could bounce, if I brick off, I could bounce Dusk Legion Zealot or Elite Guardmage. They might actually bounce my Guard Mage for me if they play their Teferi, because they don't want their Teferi to just immediately die. I'm just gonna go ahead and cash in on their token here.
I have a plan.
Gosh, where are my lands? Yep. Yeah, these Planeswalkers are gonna have an impact on basically every format. They were good inside of Legacy 2 when we played them there. Are you playing the red finale in Modern Phoenix? I heard some people saying that card was okay and that card gets stopped by this.
I can no longer stand by and watch.
If they plus this, I get to play new Teferi, bounce this token, and then force them to chump block to save their 5-mana Teferi, which is awesome. They won't be able to interact on my turn. Huh. Do I just hostage taker now? Nah, I think they're pretty likely. To be able to kill the hostage taker.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
I'd love to draw a blue source here. Unfortunate. So they can let this die and then kill my 3-mana Teferi on the backswing, but they probably want to keep this around.
Want me to phase you out of time? Hurry!
Yeah, Brad, if you have, I assume you have an idea of something around Modern Horizons. Especially if you have a Modern Horizons thing you think might be interesting, feel free to drop me a message. I had a couple people tell me to do dealer's choice things for cards in the new set, so. And the only real thing I want to touch personally is like, is blue-black fairies, so. Man, this Thought Erasure card's really bad. You cast it and then you concede the game. Why would anybody play that? I think I'm actually gonna trim Vampire Sovereign. This is the way my combo actually kills them, but like we're pretty unlikely to combo in this matchup. And if we combo to just draw a bunch of cards, we're gonna beat them most of the time. Like I'm bringing in Command the Dreadhorde, so I kind of want to like trim my curve a little bit. Want to see if I can bump Sultai Bow into tomorrow. Yeah, 10 out of 10, Brutzy. Thanks for the support. That should get it in there. I need one more cut. Usually this is like the filler cut. I'm gonna leave a Mortify in and cut both these Dusk Legion Zealots, see how that goes. Leaving in some removal is pretty important here to be able to kill their Thieves of Sanity. What do I like for blue-black fairies? Archmage's Charm's the big card, but there's a few other things as well. If you want to see the build of blue-black fairies I'm planning to play on Friday, it's in the deck queue now. I have low expectations for the Ninja Fae deck, but I mostly accepted it because I know posting a video labeled Ninja Fairies on YouTube will get a lot of clicks. Well, they can't Thought Erasure. They brought in Elder Spells because I had 3-mana Teferi. That's kind of funny. It's funny. So the memes on this channel have evolved past where they were, Trusty, or not even the memes, the things people get upset about. So salty little whiners used to get upset when they got timed out for breaking the rules. Now they get upset for other people. There was a thread where there was this guy, they were really upset that I had the audacity to time out someone who was subbed to the channel. I was like, y'all really have like strange ideas of what wronging people means. It's certainly not removing the ability to type in a Twitch chat for 10 minutes. How does this deck combo? So, a Lumbering Battlement in combination with 2 other Lumbering Battlements or Hostage Takers generate an infinite loop of creatures entering and leaving the battlefield. So that, in combination with any of our enter the battlefield effect creatures, let us trigger those enter the battlefield effects an arbitrarily large number of times. So you either like draw a bunch of your deck with Fblthp, or you kill them with Vampire Sovereign, or you gain a bunch of life. Lots of different ways. Yeah, right, Admiral? Do memes or real decks get more hits on YouTube? It depends is like the real answer. So, real decks, if it's the first time I'm playing them, tend to get a lot of views. But real decks have the deepest diminishing returns in terms of replay value. So, like, the first time I play a real deck, it tends to get a lot of hits. But, like, the second, third, fourth time, it falls off very steeply. Whereas, like, sweet decks like Green-Black Citadel, for instance, that has just, like, an awesome view count every time we play it. Brick, sweet. Got a chance. Looking for, like, our Elite Guardmages, our Basilica Bell-Haunt, things that gain us life. Vampire Sovereign's pretty good, too. A little bit more expensive, though, in terms of mana. You see Matt Nass's take on Nexus. I watched Matt Nass get dumpstered by Mono Red in the MPL last week, if that's what you're referring to. Was it that one? Yeah, Grixis decks tend to get a lot of views. I'm gonna Snake Law Rune Enforcer here so I can't diddle my blockers. Yeah, that's true. We queued up with someone cut the line for Mono Red. I've never seen my live viewer count drop as quickly as when we switched to Mono Red. It's like pitched itself right off a cliff. All right, keeping that second Thought Erasure on top feels really bad at this point. So we drew a third too. I guess we're gonna get to Surveil with them at some point. We should put Niv on the party bus. That mana base sounds miserable. This deck's at least, like, remotely competitive. We did not ever get a chance to play Narset Cannon with the London Mulligan. That's true. That's true. We're gonna have plenty of time to try it coming up. What if all of my creatures just gained 3 life when they came into play, opponent? How would that make you feel? Ooh, 3 free. No, Narset Cannon's a modern deck. It's a turn 1, turn 2 combo deck. Hopefully we draw a land next turn and get to go like Time Raveler, bounce a Knight, play Bell-Haunt as a 3/4. Yeah, Narset Cannon's like the definition of Magic's a low variance game. Yeah, exactly, Jace. It's either goes off and is sweet, or we just concede and move on with our lives. These are the options. I didn't play my land yet, because if I draw a buddy land here, I want to not take damage. Ooh. Ooh. The bus is on fire. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Wow, they had a Spell Pierce. They definitely should have Spell Pierced this. They weren't gonna. This card wasn't gonna have text the rest of the game otherwise. So they're forced to attack with Lifelinkers this turn, otherwise they're dead in the air. Yep. Go to 11, kill all your 1/1s. Yeah, this is from a hostage taker. We were definitely into garbage time there. Do 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 be do 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 do. Bring in a bunch of cheap removal, a couple of Gaias, call it a day. Oh, we could draw step the Thought Erasure with the Teferi, couldn't we? I always forget about that. I really shouldn't, but I always do. Can we full combo off a good command? We can, Fblthp, which makes it seem like an interesting addition to the sideboard. Seems good in both the control matchup and against other Command the Dreadhorde decks. That seems like not amazing. I'm going to bottom this. I think we're looking for some of our more high-impact cards. So last month, I subbed to Ninja on accident. Longest month ever. Well, welcome back to the loving embrace of Hooglandia, Jack. I promise you my sub count needs you more than Ninja's. Not that Ninja doesn't do good stuff. He's one of the biggest for a reason. Hungry, hungry boy. If they have... Maybe I'm supposed to just kill something this turn, actually. Because this can trade here, but then they're going to get to flip this over, right? Yeah, I probably should have just used Cast Down on this. The flip's going to be a beating to a degree. See, like, this is, like, a much larger beating than the flip is. Like, we're just dead, right? Allie played Moto yesterday, and it was hysterical watching him try to figure out the interface. Oh, I don't think he's ever really played Magic Online, has he? At least not to the degree that, like, other Magic streamers have. Yeah. These newfangled Magic streaming kids, they don't know what the rest of us have put up with for a decade. Back in my day, your magic application didn't have graphics or sound effects. It had flat digital objects and we liked it. That's not true. We didn't like it, but we tolerated it. Now, I haven't actually done the calculation, so I might be parroting some fake news here, but it looked about right. Someone had the math in a thread that said that the billion games for Magic Arena means that there's like almost 4 million games played per day on this application, which is kind of absurd when you think about it. What are the odds I get spell pierced here? Feels high. I'm gonna go ahead and pass. It'll be interesting to see if, like, this current state that we're in is, like, peak Magic Arena, or if, like, as they ramp up into a full release, if things are gonna get even bigger. Yeah, let's do this and just get her exiling. Yeah, I think a new non-rotating format is gonna bring in a lot of existing Magic players that just aren't standard players finally. I would bet there's a number of existing Magic players who just never touch standard that are waiting for that to get into Arena. Marshall. We're gonna chump block the 2/2, Kyle exile the 2/2, we'll hostage taker the 3/3. Arena F&M. So you guys just do like normal pairings and then play the matches on laptops? Is that how that works? That sounds really sweet, if so. I plan on dumping my wallet at Arena without before it happens. Oh, Oh, no. Oh. Yikes. You know, usually... I don't know that I've ever done that one before. Usually when my opponent, like, makes a misclick like that, I'm like, don't worry, been there, done that. I'm not sure if I've ever stuck the baffling end when there wasn't a target for it. Yeah, if Arena releases the new non-rotating format, I've got $200 for every set they release for it, right? So, like, if they back release 6 sets, I'm just cutting them a check. It's just like, here, take my money. I would like all of the cards, please. You see, I have to make sure I have all of the cards because I read on a Reddit thread that if you have all of the cards in Arena, you're guaranteed to be a successful Twitch streamer. That's how it works. The internet, Reddit wouldn't lie to me, chat. Yeah, so non-rotating formats, if you're familiar with Hearthstone and not Magic, it would be like Hearthstone's Wild format, for instance. So it's a format of Magic where sets get added to it, but sets never leave. So it just gets bigger and bigger without end. Justin Vins, thanks for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And Darnia, thank you for the 15 months. I'm actually going to go ahead and bounce this Dusk Legion Zealot because it's effectively like drawing 2 cards here. I have all the cards. Where do I sign up for my success stream? You know, it's weird. They didn't say where you sign up to get it, to have it happen for you.
Let's try this.
Joke's on you, opponent. I got a bunch of bad cards in my hand. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I'm supposed to have gone Legion plus Mortify here. Because if they kill this, they get to kill my Teferi. Alright, no Justice stream. God bless.
There goes nothing.
Do you have a Switch? They just showed a bunch of footage for the new Pokemon game. It looks right. I do have a Switch. It's what Declan and I play a lot of games together on. So, Tumos, what we were talking about with, Twitch FNMs, or Arena FNMs, is someone was saying their LGS does FNM with Arena, so people, like, bring their computers. Wow, that's brutal. Okay, yep.
Get out of my way!
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Nah, not really, Noblest. Honestly, playing in paper Magic tournaments is, like, really tiring and kind of dry. Like, it's something I don't mind doing on occasion, but it's really not like an entire weekend of it, like, all the time gets tough after a while. Yeah, there's just a lot of downtime is a big part of it. Never forget you can hostage shaker your own things to draw more cards.
Trust me, I have a plan.
So if I mortify this, they get to draw a card, but then I get to hit Liliana to 1, so I think that's worth it. Do I want to play Vampire Sovereign? I think it's unlikely that they have sweepers in their main. Famous last words. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Windbaggers. It is a low-paying job.
Right on schedule. Let's try this.
What are your thoughts on standard challenger decks for new players to purchase on Arena? I think that's an interesting idea overall. Weird that they left Hostage Shaker. They have a removal spell? Nope, they just have a third Teferi. Got it?
You show remorse. I'll show respect.
This is completely reasonable and not annoying. This is completely reasonable and not annoying.
I've got time.
Let's start with this, I guess. They're gonna get to flip that as can't. Maybe I'm supposed to leave them that because it's easier to attack. I think I do this in case I hit another Mortify or another Thought Erasure. So if they draw brick for the turn, I get to Teferi, bounce their zombie, attack these into Liliana. And then I just have to beat the search for Azcanta, which is not going to be easy. Hey, CJ and Jay, thanks for the 8 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I think we're getting Command the Dreadhorde. I think that's what's happening. They keep mousing over my graveyard. I feel for you, but like I mentioned last game that I frequently make the same mistakes my opponents have made. I've definitely made that mistake before. That's what we've done on this stream. I feel for you, opponent. I've been there. Can't let ye who is without sin cast the first stone. I definitely can't say too much about that one. That was gonna be really good too, because like a lot of our cards were gonna gain them life, which was great. Oh, Magic is great. Yep. Yeah, we do have like a very reasonable curve here. Hostage Taker, interesting. The taking of Hostage Taker this early in the game while I choked on land kind of communicates to me that they don't have removal spells in their hand. That's what it looks like on the surface, at least here. Negative. Thank you for the 3/4 of your support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. That was an Elder Spell. This is actually the second opponent to board an Elder Spell against us, which feels weird, but I guess people just assume because I have 3 mana Teferi, I have more 3 mana Teferis. is to have all their Elder Spells in. They must assume they must just be assuming I'm on a pile of Planeswalkers. I have a 5-mana Teferi in my future. Enter the God Eternals.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Really? We're tucking her in. Okay.
You
Deal.
need to slow down.
I'm just playing this. Here's my 4/5 go.
Keep up the pace.
Keep up the pace.
Trust me, you'll thank me later. There goes nothing.
Huh. You know, I boarded out my Dusk Legion Zealots. That's probably wrong.
Done yet.
Just having lots of annoying creatures to pressure their Planeswalkers is probably ideal.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Do I want Despark in? I don't think so. I kind of have, like, a lot of cards that are good. Now, I think this is more a symptom of the fact that I just don't... I'd rather have more things to attack with, I think. Rather than more narrow cards like Despark. And it's definitely, like, some of the awkwardness of, like, what makes the hero deck good. Is that it just gets to line up well because a lot of the time your opponent, like, has to fight you on so many different axes.
Might be a bad idea.
Alright, well, next turn I can Siren's Ruse, my Hostage Shaker, grab their Bell-Haunt them.
Let's skip to the good part.
Draw an extra card. So we're not, like, in a good spot, but we could be worse off.
I've got it.
Great. Let's throw a couple more creatures in my deck. I think I actually don't want this. Leave in a little bit more actual removal. Let's do that. I'd rather kill their threats than just bounce them most of the time. I don't think I want Despark. Bell-Haunt's, like, not a must-kill thing. And ideally, I should have creatures to pressure their Planeswalkers. And again, like, sideboarding's a one-to-one process. So, like, what am I cutting and why if you want to fit Despark into my deck? I agree that Despark has text in the matchup, but I don't think it's better than the other cards that I'm currently playing. Magic sucks sometimes. I don't think you can reasonably goat mulligan a hand that has lands in it to go to 5 against deck full of Thought Erasures.
I know my responsibility. Here goes nothing.
Alright, alright. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. Do 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 do
I've got it.
do 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 do. I mean, to be fair, I don't think they don't have a spectator client because they don't want us to have it. I think there's just not a spectator client because they, like, have a laundry list of things they're trying to get done and they just haven't had time yet.
I got it.
Bye-bye, Dreadhorde. With fewer Mortifies and no counterspells, I think it could be time to bring back the red-white land destruction deck. I can see that. It could be fun. I would accept that as a submission. I think new Karn is positioned in the standard format. I think the utility you get from playing new Karn does not properly offset the downside of losing a bunch of sideboard slots. Yeah, seems really neat. Best of one. I agree with that assessment. Draw a card here. I think drawing a card for me is better than making them discard one. Could go either way. And now that this is the last card in my hand, I'm gonna make them discard, I think. Yeah, maybe I should just draw again there.
From battle to the grave.
Alright, we'll take one draw step at our other Command the Dreadhorde. Even that won't be that good. Hey, that was our freebie. So I don't know, all things considered, we ended up climbing with the Party Bus deck. Honestly, thinking about it more and more, these copies of Command the Dreadhorde might actually just be better than the Thieves of Sanity. Maybe I just want to go, like, full hog and, like, jam 4 copies of it in the sideboard of this deck. Seems like really good in the control matchups. Like, it grabs their Planeswalkers back, it refills your board, it can just full combo them out of nowhere from an empty board, which is sweet. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna update the list on my site, replacing the 4 Thieves in the board with 4 Command the Dreadhorde. Seems really, really sweet. Alright, what are we doing? Sliding along here.